Hello there, my name is Dan. I'm studying from Academy of Finance. So today we will talk about the most important topic in international finance is ODA. So what exactly is ODA? Well, it stands for the Official Assistant Development. Okay, but what does it mean? It means that a government from a country give the financial support to another country in order to stimulate economic development. For an example, like education, healthcare, loans, infrastructure, agriculture, and many more. The ODA was introduced in 1970. It is agreed by the United Nations that the recommend economically advanced countries should spend 0.7% of gross domestic income on the ODA, and now it was 14%.
Hi, my name is Toan. I'm here today with three other members of my group, Thắng, Ngọc, and Giang, to talk about ODA. So let's get started. If you're interested in the international development cooperation, you are probably familiar with the OECD statistic on official development assistance or ODA, the data on international aid. Published every year, these statistics are the only source of official, verified, and comparable data on aid. They are reported by 30 members of the OECD Development Assistance Committee, or the DAC, and about 100 other providers of development cooperation, including other countries, multilateral organizations, and private foundations.
In April 2018, we are releasing the preliminary figures for ODA in 2018. For the first time, the figures are calculated using a new method, the grant equivalent, which replaces the previous method known as the flow basis. So I want to explain the nutshell what the changes are and why they made. The ODA take the form of grants where financial resources are provided, developing countries free of interest and with no provisions for repayment or loans, which have to be repaid and carry an interest on though significantly lower than if developing countries had to borrow from commercial banks. In the past, under the flow basis, grants and loans were valued in the same way. In recording the flow of cash were granted or the face value of loans that go lent to developing countries, deducting any repayments or loans. It was simple, but it did not reflect actual efforts by donor countries. After all, a grant represents a bigger effort than a loan, and a loan with a very low interest rate and a long repayment period represents a bigger effort than a loan with higher interest and a short repayment.
That is why the DAC decided a few years ago to adopt a new methodology to better reflect the actual effort by donor countries and their taxpayers. Only the grant equivalent of loans is now recorded as ODA. The more generous the loan, the higher the ODA value. This new method should encourage donors to extend grants and softer loans to poor countries.
To put it simply, when measured in a grant equivalent, a relative safe loan to a richer development country and will represent a lower ODA value than a risky loan to a poor country.